Hey, Keith.
Bad luck.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Bad
you're getting
luck.
everyone
But
when
Keith
they're eating.
is our tournament organizer here at the Encounter. Thank you so much for hosting today, sir.
Thanks for coming. Always love having TFM here. You get awesome turnouts. Really good mix of locals and then some of the best players in the business.
We have no audio.
What? It's right there.
Gotta do a second take.
There's audio. And I can see it. They're lying. Lies. I can see it. It says it.
Thanks for coming out. TFM's awesome. The room is about half local people from Allentown,
Yeah.
half people that drove.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because we get to have some good games with some of the best players in the business. So,
Yeah.
win or lose, it's always an awesome event.
Yeah.
Keep it up, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
Good
for
luck
having
in the
us.
tournament. How'd you do
We
round
love
one?
being here.
I lost game 3 to a TFM player. So I did not get the bounty,
Did not get a booster pack.
but I blamed Dick because I was going to play Green Steel, and then I watched the boot camp last night and saw Dick was playing Steel Song, and I'm like, the deck's still a deck.
We said 100% you're playing Steel Song today.
Yeah,
We
I've never
discussed
played
it
anything else.
yesterday. I think it's the best deck. Dan thinks it's.
I told him it was also the best. deck.
That, and then one comment of the deck is still good was all I needed. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah,
going to play it.
Yeah, the deck is very good. Are you playing Pride Lands?
4. And
yeah.
I lost the tight game 3 to Blue Red.
Yeah, but that is a tough
Oh,
game.
okay.
Yeah, what
It
else
is a
can you
tough
do?
game. It is a
Yeah.
tough game.
And she's a good player.
Yeah.
Melissa?
Melissa, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good player, good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, you don't get on TFM for nothing. Unless
Right.
you just have an awesome name. Then you get on for nothing.
Well, when you're wearing a TFM shirt and then you say you went to Chicago and Atlanta, it's pretty intimidating, but it was a good game.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay. So, do we need to fix some stuff? You think? All right, move over a little bit. Let me play some games.
Okay, you play those games.
Oh,
Sorry.
shout out to Dick Burns.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't talking there for a second. I wanted to tell everyone, I wanted to show everyone I appreciated them by giving out a sub.
That was very nice of you, sir. You didn't have to do all that.
If you did not get gifted the sub, I don't know if it's honorary in Lorcana, but in Magic it's usually honorary to write dodged in chat.
Dodged.
Yes, but yes, we are, most of us are in the Northeast. I drove up from the South where I was born and raised. It was about a 12-hour drive. It was about a 12-hour drive because I had to drop my kids off in New Jersey. Dodge, appreciate it, Liz. Liz is listening.
Liz gets it. So hold on. Just so we're clear.
We
I
are
think
clear.
that you purposely like to drive out of your way to do things that you actually don't want to do. And then act like it takes you longer.
What, I didn't want to abandon my kids? No, I wanted to. I was very happy to abandon my children to go hang out with my friends. Doge,
Oh.
even better.
All right, so we have Braden on the right and Nick Cruz on the left. I'm not 100% positive, but what I do think is I would be willing to bet that Braden is playing Emerald Steel.
Braden is, in fact, playing Emerald Seal because he had to come over and tell us.
Okay, that's true. I forgot. I was kind of preemptive trying to fix our umbrella problem, which we're going to learn very quickly if it worked or not.
Yes, and then do I see a Tiana? Do I see an Amber Steel deck with Tiana, or am I imagining things?
Hard to see. Hard to see. Yes, we are hanging out in Allentown today. Actually, you can follow along with us because I made this. I think this one works. There we are. There's the melee for today. Should be saying. All right, so Amber Steel. What were you thinking?
It looked like Amber
Yes,
Steel to me.
these are the Dragon Shields that were given out at PAX Unplugged last year. They're like one of my favorites. I love the feel of them. I love the like logo graphic on them.
I do not like them, and every time you've
No,
play tested with them,
I
I didn't
love
want to
them.
insult you. So I'll insult you now in
That's
front of
fine.
72 viewers.
Live and in color. That's fine. No, the reason I like them also is specifically in this game is that since they are graphic, you can kind of see like you don't have to mess up your inkwell and things like that. When you shuffle your cards back in, you actually kind of have it. Yeah.
All my cards go in my inkwell upside down after I flip them. Alright, so we've definitely got an Amber Steel deck. Inking a
Ink.
Rapunzel
Rapunzel.
for the
All right,
Queen.
so it is better. We can see the card. That's helpful.
Yeah, it's interesting that
Ink a Beast
they're
and play Robin. All right, cool. We can see cards now, guys. We
Yes.
are live.
Alright, so if I had to guess Who do we have on the left here? Mr. Cruz.
Mr. Nick.
Mr. Nick Cruz. If I had to guess, Nick Cruz is favored in this matchup.
Nick Cruz is an OG World of Warcraft player from back in the day.
I'm surprised I don't know. I've heard his name.
You know his brother Anthony. This is you've met Anthony. So yeah, this is his brother. Oh, we got the turn two goods.
And we're questing.
Yeah, that's dangerous, right?
You know what I really like doing? I like if my opponent kept between 5 and 7 cards in their hand, I really like to have a whole new world and just get that mulligan right out of there.
That's fun.
Those cards that you specifically wanted to have this game, they are gone. And here's the real enemy of the game.
This is dangerous. What if we have a grab your source here?
We thought the enemy of the game was Braden. It's in fact Bucky. It's Buck 2. As Jay Cortez would say.
Oh man, let's not get started with that.
Oh, you don't want to watch back me and Kylie's section.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I won't. So we're looking here now. What is the ideal card we want right now?
I mean, we want grab your swords.
Right, like it's not even a choice. All right, that's not.
Instead, we're preventing the
which
shift.
Is cool because we do get to prevent red shift here, right?
Yes.
Which is like fine.
I love it.
Oh, we just had to
Oh, we're just actually trolling. I'm just kidding. No, this is exactly what you should be doing. You should be still looking for another copy of what you have in your hand, masking how strong your hand actually is to your opponent. Mm-hmm. I will often be going into maybe a be prepared turn, a very strong turn that my opponent definitely does not want me to be doing. He has redundancy, which is great.
Yeah. We just get rid of the bear. I'm actually curious. Like, what do you think we're trying to hide from bear necessities?
I'm just shocked he has 2 in his deck.
It's got to be just thinkable, right?
Yeah.
We're just taking away ink and starving, at least trying to.
But knowing that we have nothing that can shift onto this, nothing that has rush, we can just freely quest here.
There's the piggy.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the Ursula would come down this turn. Maybe there's just nothing else to play for the turn.
It's very possible that maybe we just had a soft hand. And we're trying to get rid of a whole new world to maybe start a run. You know, let's just keep his team away. I have to establish characters in play. You know, like this turn, we're still behind. There aren't really great ways to answer the queen, but if we can, Bucky helps. I was considering if we can get like a 1 into play and then play a Strength of a Raging Fire, we could then get rid of queen and kind of slow down. It's not what happened. No challenge whatsoever from that. Now we do know obviously our opponent has a Let the Storm Rage on. Do we see how many cards that were left in Braden's hand? Probably 4 or 5 still. That's my guess.
I cannot tell as he continues to shuffle them over and over and over to annoy his opponent.
No, it's okay. It's just habits, right?
We are in an ad break, so we'll try to keep you guys.
All right, so big time questing here, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, correct? Moving on up to 9.
Yes, we're just out to a commanding lead on Cruz's side.
Yeah, it's funny.
Not inking, which could be a choice.
We didn't have an ink,
especially in this matchup. It could be a choice.
Oh, it should totally say round 2. Great job. That's what happens when you're fixing umbrellas, guys. Round 2. Fight. All right, so we're able to establish a Robin. How did
trading a Bucky?
Oof, wow, so we traded Bucky with the Ursula?
Was the other card not Ursula, and it should have 1 health left?
I believe so. Should we intervene a little bit here?
I think we are unfortunately too far past. Ursula shouldn't be banished. We agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Confirm that.
Yeah, this is something that I have certainly criticized of other streamers, and now I can understand the difficulty when you're in a whole nother room. Luckily, it was something small, and the turn had not passed.
Yeah, we're back. We're good.
But yeah, the whole searching for a grab your swords when we already have one. When I'm going into a be prepared turn, if I already have one in my hand and I draw another, I will pretend that card has Miracle, and I will flip it over, and I will make them think I do not have another in my hand, and that I had just gotten lucky and drew it that turn to
So
try to get
what did we
another
find with an
over
aerial?
committing. I do not know what we
Okay.
found. We found Strength of Raging Fire, I'm pretty sure.
And we just inked, and then we. Oof, that was a pretty good.
Yeah,
turn.
this has been
Amber
Amber
Steel
Steel doing everything
Okay.
it wants to do.
So Flynn does pressure pretty well here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
we are-
if you
we
were
are on
above
zero.
0.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, our board is if we find a way to draw a whole new world. I mean, the game is going to be a little scary. We get through a Sudden Chill, which really doesn't have that much merit. Are we
I also would have.
just considered inking it.
I would have just inked that there because what's most likely in Braden's hand is
1, 2, 3, 4,
a
5.
blank or a character.
So we go to 5.
I was
We trade out the queen.
I was
pick
thinking the
trade.
Flynn Rider is probably not actually going to be questing. It's going to be
Yeah. So we're just questing twice. We move to 18.
we're just getting in a position where Braden is not going to be winning the game for at least another 10 turns.
Yeah. Okay.
He understands the position he was in. I actually respect that greatly about Braden. That all the times I have played him, we have both just accepted when the game has actually ended and not when the game has technically ended.
Yeah. There's definitely times where it is difficult to see that, but even in this case, the lure's on the table. We had to draw. He had to draw perfect and then somehow find a way to win over the next 5 turns without Nick doing anything.
Yes.
That's just an incredibly difficult thing to do. Even in that world, if he drew a song to remove the Cinderella, he would have had to run both of his characters into an aerial to take out the aerial, and then still have an aerial in play. There's just there's not enough there.
Yeah. This is at times a glass cannon deck, and you live by the Bucky, you die by the Bucky.
It's very true. Living and dying by Bucky is a thing. So, what do you think Braden has to really do to kind of have a chance in this early matchup?
One thing he's going to need to do is probably his mindset right. He's probably a little tilted off that he had one of his best openers, and it was just thwarted immediately. I mean, it wasn't the God hand, but it was pretty good. We had 2 Buckies that game that were dealt with handily.
Yeah.
But he's going to be on the play now. I mean, we're full sending for Diablo, in my opinion. Like, Diablo shift Diablo. I don't even know how good the Bucky is right now. Dan is off during another judge call. Again, leaving me with a live microphone. Very scary. We have 1 clip already. Can't wait to see what it is. Oh, the Magic player shuffling the opponent's deck. The classic.
We can talk about that in interesting judge call. We'll talk about the judge call in between matches.
Okay. Leading off with Robin Hood.
Okay. AJ! It is very dangerous, but I trust him very much. So, I mean, I've left him with my kids, so.
True, and they've lived.
And they survived.
Ingan Diablo not leaving you up until the end of the turn.
Ooh, an early curve.
Throwing that in the cove.
I mean, this is obviously not the best card we want on turn 2, but it does set precedent in this matchup pretty well. That is, these guys aren't just going to simply die to a grab your swords.
Sure. I think cove is pretty important. It does not save Bucky.
No.
It does, however, save Diablo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's one of the.
It's a Mr. Smee.
Mr. Smee, okay. Which is pretty good. I mean, that's if we just want to put 2 damage into the cove now. Poor Stefan's running by us.
I would not put 2 damage in
No,
that cove.
right.
Yeah.
It definitely. It's one of those where this can go either way, though.
Your 5-drop Robin Hoods are just your best draw if you.
Notice that it looks like Braden is on the rat version here. With I just saw him ink the 1-cost Flynn, So it looks like we have the shift line for Flynn Rider as well. Just a note. Pick up an Ursula. This card's pretty good. Honestly, this might be the line in which we have to play just because we have to high roll our opponent. That is 6, so it does get rid of Cove. But this might just have been playing right into what we wanted right here. If we have a shift line, if we have the song, we can kind of really damage the game here. Let's see. What do we pick up? Okay, so this is going to be a follow-up by Zeus. I wonder if we have anything else for Ursula. Ooh, looks like a pass.
Yeah.
Kind of upsetting.
Unfortunate on Braden's end.
Robin Hood, ES quested for 1. I don't... Yes, he did. Would be
he
on
quested for 1.
Yeah, he likely wrote it down. I don't think Braden gained lore last game. So we just find a whole new world?
Finding a whole new world.
But this is also now giving the information that he has it, which means if we just have another Ursula, we can pick it off, we can kind of get rid of it, and that could be problematic. I think it's correct to be questing here, right? We want to put 2 damage on. If he didn't have an answer to it, and if we have Rapunzel, we get to do really fun things.
Exactly. I was going to say, playing Rapunzel in your deck with a whole new world. Let's see. We do have the Rapunzel. Now he's going to have an interesting decision of running his 2/3 Ursula into the Smee.
Yeah, that's actually a tough choice. There is a world where he might even want him to wheel, you know? So I think on average, Grab Your Swords is the card that really crushes. Yeah, there should be a 2nd damage on Smee. It looks like he did get there.
There we go.
So he might not do anything else here, which is really tough. I know you need to be able to high roll with these Ursulas to kind of win these tough matchups. But I don't know if we can sit and do nothing. And he just saw a Grab Your Sword, so now he's in a really bad position here. I think his last card is a Diablo. He's telling his opponent, like, hey, I'm not gonna have any more cards in my deck or in my hand, but I'm gonna take your Rapunzel away.
I think he absolutely took the correct line that a lot of people would be afraid to do.
So this is interesting because we still have Grab Your Swords, you know. So playing the Diablo rather than just keeping it in his hand, you know, like you're just really betting on your opponent singing a whole new world.
It's true. Which I would feel zero pressure to do so.
Yeah, right in this position, you know, I think we're pretty happy where we're at. That's a good draw. All right, so
this is a turn that I would look to sing a whole new world.
Potentially, right? We have enough things to do really broken things.
We have a 2nd singer if we draw a strength and 2 characters. I feel like he also priced himself into playing a whole new world because he did not play Rapunzel last turn, choosing to play the Cinderella.
Yeah, so the longer this goes, the more difficult it becomes because we are establishing a board. Obviously, we have Grab Your Swords, we have a whole new world, so we have options. But you know, the longer this goes into a stalemate,
If I had to guess, we drew in a 1 game 6. Oh, a Bruno, close.
Bruno, right? So this is a pretty difficult turn. We'll have to see what happens here. There's 4 cards. I think the best case scenario is hitting the Benja again. For at least Nick. I like it. Maybe we roll. We hit 4. And we pick up the wheel. Alright, so now the game gets pretty awkward. We're also going to turn into... do you think that we should have quest it with the Jafar there? Like, it feels pretty free?
Yes. There's just nothing that we
There's nothing that can punish you either, right?
There's just nothing on the crackback.
Is this one of those times where you wish Grab Your Swords could hit your own characters? Probably not, right? But if we were looking to draw some cards, it'd be a way to do it.
I would love a Tremors in the game.
So we do just sing Grab. How many?
We must be stuck on 4 ink.
Pick up a queen. So this is just presenting trades.
We're just allowing the Ursula. We're allowing the Ariel to get eaten. We have almost no lore on Nicholas' side.
Yeah, so this turns into a straight trade. I don't love giving up the aerial
Yeah,
here,
this
especially
is-
with this follow up, and we don't have a whole new world either. This could have been a pretty door opening opportunity for Braden to turn the tide here, if we don't have any song that deals damage to beasts. Or well, we can just play our own. So we're just gonna keep going up, keep gaining. We're on 9 again. Best of 3 or game 2. It is the best of 3. I'm gonna bring this over here. 1-0.
All right, so Ursula double sang.
What do we sing?
I was looking at your screen.
But I don't even see us. Oh, it went on.
Yeah,
underneath,
it's double
my bad.
sang. Yep.
Everything's still in play.
No, the Queen and Robin Hood are gone. The two
Okay.
shifters are gone.
Okay.
Storm Rage on. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we also
So we finally get to play our Rapunzel.
we had to have considered hitting the beast, but he knows that the Rapunzel's in his hand. Yeah. I mean, at that point, if you hit the beast and you Rapunzel's it, you effectively drew one off Rapunzel because you would have you missed
Interesting.
drawing one at the beginning.
Interesting that we took this line. So, I mean, I think it's fine here. If we don't need cards and we just want to put fat bodies on the table that quest for 2,
Yeah.
I can't really hate on this. Oh, we found a Flynn Rider. So the Flynn Rider kind of helped with the turns a little bit, right?
I mean, Flynn Rider can freely
Take
out
out Cinderella.
Cinderella. Benja can go down from Ursula, and there's nothing to crack back with the Robin Hood. I was also like most of the game coming at this from our version, not this more mid-range version.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Benjas are different. We don't. Do we have
No-
either? We have
no
no
beast,
beast, right?
no.
Yeah.
I
So that's a
mean,
double
a
Flynn
lot of
Rider now.
games we're
That's
not even
interesting.
getting to 5.
That's very true. If anyone watching the stream from yesterday, Dick won several games on 2 or 3 ink for the majority of those games. So I haven't seen a Pride Land yet, right? So we don't have any of
Nope.
those things. We're a little more soft to the Sapphire decks today. But hey, everybody loves big fat fatties. I'm a big fan of big fat fatties.
Yeah, they should have. What's Tiana's mom's name? Starts with an E.
Oh, the
She has the
Adora.
fattest. Yep.
She's like a
My heart
3/8 or
rate.
something like that. She's
Yes,
massive,
thank
right?
you, AJ. We got a new follow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pronounce it. Apologize. Thank you so much for the follow. Maybe you can leave a phonetic spelling in the chat.
So we're revealing in Cove. I think we're sensing like potential frustration here. This board is really difficult to overcome. It looks like Nick is already on 11 lore potentially. You did not. You inked. You're good. You're good. Yeah, Adora, right?
Adora, thank you.
Maybe we can put a judge thing on the table so they don't have to run out of the room next time.
Smart.
Looking for trades. We get them
Yep.
off the table.
Perfect.
This picks up a Benja. This
And Braden is back in the lead. And,
I mean,
we're close to.
It's pretty close because
The most important lore is the last one.
yes,
So
we get to 19 and not 20. Doesn't. Oh, that's a good follow up.
Yeah.
Though. So that's pretty big, right? So we get the quest up. We hit 16. We have another beast. Braden is pretty hellbent. He does get the draw 2 cards though. So we have options. The problem is
how much are these Flynn's questing for?
there's a couple cards in Nick's hand, so it's not. It's
Okay.
definitely not 4. I want to say they're probably closer to 2. The one Flynn that's undamaged can take out the Cinderella. So we went. Man, we really missed Bucky this game, huh? So many. So he gets.
Wow.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Amazing
That was
from
really
Braden's
good.
side.
So we pick up. We can take some things out. We can start questing, and we're definitely on the board for 3. Nick is currently at 16, so really any ready 2 lore character is presenting lethal. Where Braden is looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 max. In all honesty, that's
All right.
3 lore, so it's even more difficult now.
That's check.
Certainly a check. And on top of that, we have to run multiple characters into this Robin Hood, so we're not gaining lore ourselves. Now, granted, it's probably Aladdin and Jafar, so we can pick up an extra draw. But it's a very, very tough game state. Braden had to draw like kind of the right things here, and we've already seen a couple turns in a row. Okay, so that was a big quest.
Wow.
I think
a quest for 8 that doesn't close out the game is scary.
So it's a boom. Okay. I think we're supposed to like run a lot. Do we just have it? Maybe we just have it. Okay, we just have it. So that's actually pretty good. That's 3. That's 6. We have to draw a card. So yeah, he might have turned the tide on this one. Oh yeah, we did get the draw card. Yes, it is a best of 3. How many?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And that's game. Wow.
Yeah.
Braden did a great job.
He's able to turn it around. That's not bad.
Not
bad at all.
I felt he was tilted off in the beginning. Might just be how he plays, but I personally played against him maybe 17 times in tournaments, with zero exaggeration. How many of those did we not draw? 7 maybe, but.
Aerial for that guy turn. Yeah, I totally agree. Giving up the aerial when you didn't really need the damage, it felt like something we just didn't have to make. Like we didn't have to make that play that turn.
It was an unnecessary risk.
Yeah, like
it wasn't the exact turning point, but it was definitely the start. This is the first stone to fall.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of just like identifying where you're at in the game and kind of just saying, okay, I'm winning the lore race and I can continue to go. Now we have to admit though, like. Braden had to draw the exact cards to win the game, but he put himself in the position to be able to do that, and that's I think like the real key takeaway here. Sometimes you're like, hey, I just gonna have to Strength of Raging Fire 3 times in a game. Like that's what happened.
That's what Scott doesn't believe in luck. That's what luck is. Putting yourself in a position to get lucky.
Yeah, that's true.
So a less skilled player would not have been in that position by the end of that game.
It's maybe true. So, Nick is back on the play. It feels pretty good for him.
Getting the setup first is huge.
Yeah.
So we're not.
Yeah, that's very true. The grabby swords again, very preemptive. I agree.
So we get to set up first. It looks like we're not on.
Yeah, Bruno hitting the whole new world was actually pretty massive.
Yes, I think he needed, like I said, I think he needed to cash that whole new world in a turn or 2 earlier, and it would have been advantageous for him.
Yeah, I think the double singer turn is definitely a good enough reason to do it. You're already ahead in the game. If we double sing, if we sing and then pick up any song to remove something from the board, keep your character safe in this matchup pretty easily. So I think I'm with you.
I was a fan of Braden not taking a whole new world.
Yeah.
When he
definitely understood. Like I probably can win this game if my opponent holds new worlds. I have a better chance. But the best of both worlds happened, where he was able to get rid of one card and then remove a secondary card.
Oh, but yeah, so it looks like we're not on flutes. We're not on Pride Lands.
No,
if I had to guess.
Oh, was there not a flute?
I did not see a flute. So,
okay.
Yeah, the random chip damage and the random your goat, essentially, I could not get behind. I can't get behind where I'm drawing a card for the turn and I know I can't win. Like, or my opponent is saying check, and I know for a fact I can't just have an out to win on the spot.
Very fair. We do get to, see this deck on the play, and it's all in all its glory. Lots of potential here. Well, what do we've kind of talked about this. We've had an Amber Steel on for 2 rounds in a row now, but starting out hot with looking for the shift line, hopefully having an early aerial. We actually
Early Cinderella.
Early Cinderella is definitely better in this matchup, right? Having the ability to just answer Braden on turn 1s and 2s.
Metallic Zero, thank you for the follow.
All right, so we see some gas. So we
Okay,
chose Robin
so
Hood
he
over
chose
Cinderella.
Robin Hood over Cinderella. That's interesting.
Yeah, this it's one of those things where it seems subtle because you're playing in a certain lines. I definitely would not be in a hurry to put Piglet in play. You know, if we just have Bucky shift line here and then like Storm Rage on your Piglet, like the game is going to be very, very far out of the direction we want to be. Let's see. How good was our mulligan? All right. Step 1. Check. Do we have it? I think we would have slammed it down. Is there a choice?
No,
is there a choice of action?
we've got,
All right, so there's choice of action for Bruno.
And guess what?
Do we have it? Do we have it all? Do we have to live the entire dream?
We do.
Here's the question. The Piglet doesn't seem useful. Do we actually just get rid of Robin Hood, take away the shift
Yes,
line? Right?
absolutely.
We just get rid of it all and say, okay, here's your 2/2 Piglet now. Sorry.
This was absolutely brutal. And we don't even have the Cinderella to sing what we do know is a removal spell in the hand. We have given up so much tempo.
So we just, all right. I mean, yeah, it is upsetting, but let's be honest. I think the Cinderella would it be gone. I think no matter what the 1-cost character was in play, it was more relevant than.
Would the Diablo been gone for me? Yes.
So,
but I would have taken out the 1/2 Diablo.
So you would have taken the 1/2 out. The 1/2 out.
Yes, because he had a whole new world in his hand as well.
True.
I'm looking to get no cards in my hand. I'm looking to wheel as fast as possible.
That's very fair. I couldn't remember if we have a follow-up answer. I know we had a couple songs here, but this is like a position where we really.
I mean, we really need a Long King Zeus or nothing. Right?
Yeah. Okay. So we have the Donald Duck, the bodyguard that promotes
okay,
lore.
okay.
So we just gained 4 lore there.
Okay, we're drafting. We have 1 card in hand.
Hey, that card's good. Don't hate on that card.
Oh, we're drafting them to
Is
the
it-
major leagues.
Is it possible? Oof. Here we go. So we have the double storm rage on. Kind of clear the board out. Have a sad little duck now. Is there a world where this Amber Steel is more just like Amber Steel, like Mufasa? I don't think we've seen a Mufasa yet either. So
No, there's can't be. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, there's 1 card in hand.
that's gonna be all she wrote. I think this is
so.
gonna be near impossible to come back from. Yeah,
Is
Well,
Donald
Hellbent.
a 2/3?
he is a 2/3. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if the 1 lore is better than attacking Ursula.
Yeah. I guess it's relevant. I think either way, we're in pretty poor position here.
It's true.
The Cove,
I was specifically gonna say that we're gonna
Yeah.
cove up this Ursula.
yeah,
Yep.
may as well.
Yep.
Turns into a 2/4. We get the quest for 1. I'll be honest, we're questing with Bucky, right? Yeah,
Yes.
100%. Like, you're pretty safe.
He's
Like-
playing every card he draws.
Like, it's crazy to say that Grab Your Swords is the best draw, and it doesn't kill the Diablo now. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Diablo just gets to hang out, gets to live, and yeah, we're running away with this one for sure.
Icy. You would never like to watch me play.
Oh, Beast is pretty good, right?
Every turn of the game has been pretty good for Braden.
I mean, that's what this deck is filled with, though. This deck is filled with pretty good cards.
Yeah.
Some say the best cards.
$800 worth of cards.
$800+ worth of cards, yes. We're gonna come down. Are we? All right, we're not shifting. We're just playing our second one, moving into the Cove.
Yep. Which I think he just had to explain.
Moving our second one. Okay, we're just booming. Yeah, whatever. Why not? Quest gain 3.
When your opponent's best out is a whole new world to reset your hand, and when you're drawing 2 a turn, we can.
So he gets one. He does draw the card. Yep.
Did he draw
he
at the
did.
beginning? Okay.
No, it's there, man. It's there. It's totally totally $800+ still. Depending on the version, of course.
How much is my version?
The expensive.
I'm doing it.
And you have the foil Ursulas on top, so, you know. I mean, what are we? Yeah, right? That's the right thing.
Yeah.
That's the right play.
Good job, Braden.
Sending arms. Braden, you know, he had what he needed to win that. Shout out to Talman Purple hanging out today. You know, he picked up the wins, right? You know,
Oh, thanks for follow. Thanks for follow, Talman Purple.
you know, game 2, he really fought back, really came back in that game, played incredibly well, played to the outs, and then in game 3, we just saw basically what every Emerald Seal player wants to have. You know, like that's the line that they want to see every single game. To that extent, removing your opponent's characters, setting up Diablo, drawing cards, putting yourself in a really great position. And I know we did hit 2 A Whole New Worlds. I think they might have both been Bucky's, if I remember correctly.
A Whole New World
I think
had
it was,
to have been discarded from Bucky,
Yeah.
and then in the previous game it randomly got discarded.
No, I think there was two
this game.
two in this game that were hit by Bucky. So, but all in all, you know, really well played by Braden there.
Yeah.
Stuck out in game 2 in a really tight game, but
Yeah, I mean, I think Nick should go back and watch this match.
yeah,
I think that would be a good exercise in improving this matchup.
very very true. So tight set, you know, picking up a win in your probably, you know, here's one of your worst matchups.
If I am Emerald Steel, this is the deck that I am most afraid to play against.
Fair enough.
With Sapphire Steel being the next.
I can get behind that.